In the quiet glow of 1950s America, power doesn't sleep. It only changes hands. And in this world, family isn't just blood. It's business. This is the continuation of a legacy that began in the dark corners of New York's Little Italy. The Corleones, once the kings of the underworld, now fight a quieter, more dangerous war. The war of legitimacy. The Godfather Part II. The Weight of the Throne. Michael Corleone sits in the shadows of his father's empire, a man both feared and misunderstood. Years after taking the family crown, he's turned his gaze west, to Nevada, to casinos, to senators. But peace is an illusion, even in his own home. As the Corleones gather to celebrate his son's first communion, something dark stirs beneath the elegant suits and champagne. The smiles hide suspicion. The handshakes hide betrayal. And when night falls, bullets rip through the peace he's built. An assassination attempt on Michael's life. The message is clear. Power never comes without enemies, bloodlines, and beginnings. Cut to decades earlier, another world, another Corleone. Young Vito Corleone arrives in New York from Sicily, a boy without a name, without a voice. His parents are gone, murdered by a local mafia boss, and the name Andolini is stripped from him at Ellis Island. In its place, he becomes Vito Corleone after the town he fled. He grows up poor, silent, and observant, and slowly he learns the truth of America. It's a land of opportunity, but only for those willing to take it. When he crosses paths with the cruel neighborhood extortionist Don Finucci, fate takes its first turn. Vito's rise begins not with rage, but with reason. He waits, he plans, and one night he makes his move. The young immigrant becomes a man of action, and with one shot in a dark hallway, a new dawn is born. The parallel paths. Back in the present, Michael's empire stretches wider than ever before. Casinos, senators, and silent partners. But with power comes rot. The Senate's breathing down his neck with corruption hearings, and someone close is leaking secrets. Michael travels east to seek answers from Hyman Roth, an old ally, a new enemy. A man who talks about friendship like he's counting money. Roth promises partnership, but every word smells of deceit. Michael knows it. He just can't prove it yet. And so he plays along, the perfect poker face, the same cold precision his father once had. The ghost of the father. Vito's story mirrors his son's like a reflection in dark water. In 1920s New York, Vito builds his business brick by brick. Olive oil, favors, quiet strength. He helps the helpless, punishes the cruel, and earns loyalty not through fear, but through respect. By the time his children are born, the Corleone name carries weight. But every rise casts a shadow. Vito knows one day that shadow will fall on his sons, family, and fire. Michael's home begins to crumble from within. His wife Kay can't take the lies anymore. His brother Fredo, the weak one, the overlooked one, hides secrets behind his trembling smile. Every conversation becomes a chess move, every silence a clue. And as the investigation closes in, Michael realizes the truth. The attack on his life wasn't from an enemy in the streets, but from betrayal in his own bloodline. Still, he keeps his composure. The Godfather never shows fear, not even when the walls close in. Havana, the city of masks. Under the Caribbean sun, Michael attends meetings not of gangsters, but of nations, businessmen, politicians, generals, all chasing profit as the world around them changes. The Cuban Revolution simmers just beneath the music and cigars. Here, amid the chaos, Michael sees how temporary power truly is. The old world is burning, And even kings of crime can be washed away by history. He tries to tighten his grip, but the more he holds, the more everything slips away. The fall of innocence. Meanwhile, back in Vito's past, the young Don returns to Sicily not for peace, but for closure. The Cold King. In America, Michael's heart grows colder than his father's ever was. He's mastered control, but lost connection. Friends turn into enemies. Love turns into leverage. He wins every battle and loses himself in the process. He stands before the old mafia boss who murdered his family. And with quiet resolve, Vito delivers justice the only way he knows. It's not revenge for him. It's balance. The final act of a boy who became his own destiny. The Corleone name is now more powerful than ever. But the cost of that power is something no amount of blood or money can ever repay. Power, legacy, betrayal. This was the rise and reckoning of Michael Corleone. The Godfather Part II. Every empire begins with a promise and ends with a price.